It's real late night tonight. Just got done with work and I'm very proud of myself. I really made a dream tonight. Um, I really want to do other stuff better tonight. And I did. World man stuff. It's literally fucking 3 degrees out right now. Let's see if you don't have a place to live. So, um, I skipped over last night and this morning's video because it was very. I recorded something. Maybe I shared at some point, but it was very emotional. Um, Not as far as like sad emotion, but it was very emotional. uh, Just like opinionated and like everything was fresh and raw. So I didn't like it. Um, Basically, last night she had a few drinks and we talked and she kind of said basically to the tune of, even before we were married, that she wasn't really, didn't really care to be with me for the rest of her life. And, that's why. So last night, like I said, I was raw. It was like, well, what the fuck? You wasted my whole, 10 years of my life because it would be easier for you. And it was just very, not looking at the whole picture and not, taking into account anything on my end. It was very, so today we both work from home today. Uh, I made breakfast for myself. I made enough for her to have some as well. I was still hot. I walked in the bedroom, because she has an office in her bedroom. And, I just set down the eggs and stuff. And, I didn't say it. She goes, thank you. And I just closed the door. And, came out a few minutes later. She goes, can I give you a hug? At first I said no because I was like, I don't want to cry in front of you anymore. And I knew at that moment that that's what that would result in. About 30 seconds later, I said, please come give me a hug. Um, I didn't cry. We embraced for a while. Um, it was such a relief to just feel her skin, body again. Even though I know that not, nothing's fixed, So over the course of the day, we talked, and I don't know. We came up with the fact that it's going to take me, you know, probably a month to realistically, we get our taxes back soon. We're getting a decent tax return, which is nice. And, I'm working at the nightclub and I work for the state. So in this next month, I should be able to save, a large sum of money, a livable amount of money. My car will be paid off. Um, I'll be able to move into a decent place and, get furniture, shit like that. Fill up the refrigerator. Um, so I said, listen, you said you pretended all this time. Let's just act normal until until that move out day, and then it'll kind of be like the last episode of The Fresh Prince. The lights will go off, uh, Everything will be kind of emptier. It'll be very sad. I'm sure we'll both shed some tears. And then hopefully at some point, um, I get to reintroduce myself as the man that you should have met. You know, the man that you could have met. Um, Healthy, has his own shit. Um, Sober. You know, smash. Still, you know, still love her. Can't get by. I can't get over it. Well, you know, we'll see. Because, part of me thinks this might be a terrible idea. Because, and she said the same thing, I don't want you getting comfortable and thinking everything is good. But I'm like, at the same time, like, this, not even trying to touch each other when we brush past each other. Um, the standoffishness and the fucking, like, I can't do that for another month. And there's no way I'm going to be out of here before that. It's just the money, the finances, actually finding a place that's suitable. I'm not going to live in some fucking rat hole. So, um, but yeah, I made a video before I went into work saying how bad I wanted to dabble. I didn't. I'm proud of that. It's another day down. It's another day that I could say I stayed the course. Um, my daughters are here this weekend. Tomorrow we're gonna go see a movie. We have a huge storm coming. So we gotta make sure the snowblower is up and running. Um, trying to do my thing as a man and entertain the youth, and yeah, man. I hope that yeah we stay in this mind frame because I really do think that you know if I know that it's ending, if I know that it's over, I can accept it. It's like I said to her, I said let's look at it. We're a high school couple and one of us is going overseas to go to college. We know we're not gonna last through college. Being fucking pen pals. Um, but it leaves the door open for, hey, maybe one day you make it to Europe, or maybe one day you come back to the States, and we can reevaluate things, and at the very least, we're not enemies. We can still chill. We can still link up. We can still, go to a game or go to a sports bar and watch a game, go to the casino or something. You know what I mean? I want that. I I I think both of us deserve that after everything we've gone through. Um, and I really appreciate her doing this. 'Cause I feel deep down like this isn't what she wants. Um, but she's doing it to give me a fighting chance. Um, yeah, I love her for that. It's gonna be alright. I know, City. So, So we're gonna try to have fun, go out with a bang, and that's that. You know, put away as his friends. So we gave him hell, and yeah. But anybody has any recommendations or thoughts on this? I'm all ears. I'm very tired. Yeah, work at the club is long, especially on Fridays. You know, I worked all day at my regular job, and then I worked 10 to 2 over there. Then came out in that bitter fucking cold. Um, so wrap it up the same way as always. If you took the time out of your day to watch this, thank you. I appreciate you. And if nobody told you they love you today, I love you. And stay blessed until the next time we talk.